Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And welcome all of you to Mondays with Marina. This is where we have a chance to go, chit chat back and forth, get to know each other. I'll do some readings. I'm using the giveaway tool. So that giveaway tool makes it so fair and equal to everyone. So I love using that thing. So if you want to get in for a chance to win a reading, type in #mixed. And then you have to stick around if you're a winner, and only if you're a winner. Once your name is announced, type your question in right away. Do it in all caps because it helps me to see it better. And I know some of you may not be able to use caps depending on whatever device you're on. So main thing is just get your question in right away. I'll call on those who are winners. I'll call on you 3 times, and if I don't see a question, then we'll just move on. That way, I'd like to do as many readings for as many of you that are here. So I do have Dawn in the background who is helping me with this. So y'all say hi to Dawn. Hey, Dawn. We were just chatting backstage. So I just want to say a quick hello to Vicky, Shining Love Light Truth, Innocent Potato, TW, Kathleen O'Malley, 3 Cats in the Mix. Hello there, James Spear, Janice Outdated. I think that's it. And I just want to mention, James, that picture of you, being in the Navy. My ex, before he passed away, was in the Navy, and it was man, I love me a man in uniform, especially the dress whites. Oh, please. that was lovely. And hello, Crazy Jane. Nice to see you here. So quickly want to remind you guys that if you're interested in booking a reading, I do have spots available in April. Or if you are interested in learning about some of the classes and courses that I have on offer, then please go to my website, which is marinasheartcentertarot.com. I do have it in the description of the video, but anyway, go on there, check it out. I am going to be making some changes to the courses in terms of how often, especially the classes, how often some of the classes are going to be available. That way, I need to make space for a little more time. I also need to make space for a few more readings because they're picking up, and I want to make sure that I have that I'm able to offer everyone what it is that they need. And Valencia, welcome. And I hear you, James, about 38 years ago. Yeah, that was a good number of years ago too. But I'll tell you guys real quick a cute little story about the kind of the difference between the Canadian Navy and the US Navy. Okay. This is way back in the day. And I was married, of course, and we lived in Nova Scotia because the naval base is out of Halifax. And so my ex was on board ship, and they had gone a little further north into Nova Scotia, and they were, I think it was around Sydney that they were. They had a few days furlough. Anyway, alongside of them was an American ship. And so as the guys were talking back and forth between the two ships, they decided that that weekend that we would have an old-fashioned corn boil. And for those of you that aren't familiar with that, that's when you get, yeah, a bunch of corn, you get a bunch of seafood, and you go to the beach and you fill up some barrels with water, and then, yeah, you throw in the corn on the cob, you throw in the lobster, whatever you had. Anyway, it was fabulous. So here we are, we're having a great old time, and I'm talking to one of the naval guys, of course, just, getting to know them. Hey, how are you? And so on and so forth. And there was one young fella, and he was just so quiet, So I was trying to get him into the conversation. And so I finally said to him, well, what is it that you do in the with the Navy or in the military? Well, I said, what is it that you do in the Navy? And he said, well, ma'am, I'm actually in the military. I said, oh, okay. So what is it that you do in the military? Straight face. He said, well, ma'am, I drive one of them big motherfucker trucks that bends in the middle and goes. I still laugh. I still see his face. And he was just as proud as he could be about him being able to do that. So anyway, that's my little naval story. So uh, hello, Ellen. Nice to see you here. And artist Liz. Hello, Liz. Survivors. Yes. And Jennifer Parr. Hello. Kaya. Hello. Janet Jackson. Nice to see you. There you are. So before I forget, by the way, you guys, thank you very much for all your support. I am over 30,000 subscribers, and I couldn't be more grateful. I couldn't be more appreciative. It's just, I never, ever, ever would I have thought when I first started this little venture almost 5 years ago that I'd be here. I really thought, well, if I get to 500, wow, that will be really something. So to have 30,000 of you is absolutely fabulous. So just a quick thank you. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Yes, James, there's something about naval families that, once you make that connection, they just kind of stay with you forever and ever. So, and artist Liz says, yeah, her whole family is Navy. Fabulous. And hello, Diane Miller. And an innocent potato said her father was a former U.S. naval officer and scientist. He helped build the very first atomic reactors for submarines, Westinghouse Corp. Wow. Nice. Oh, Claudia, thank you. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Yay. So, yes. All righty. And Jackie B. Hello, Jackie B. Nice to see you here. All right. So listen, we're 10 minutes in and you don't want to hear me talk. You just, read the cards, lady. Come on, read the cards. So let's get to it. I will, excuse me. I will just remind you in your questions, if you're a winner and you're posting a question, okay, be specific. If you say, what do my guides want me to know? That's a little too much. If you do that, I'm going to use the disappointing affirmations deck to do your reading. I don't know that you want that. So be specific. No medical and no third-party questions. I'm not a doctor. Didn't even drive by a medical school, let alone attend one. And third-party questions are difficult because I don't have the other person's permission to read on them. So there you go. That's that. And yes, Nova Scotia is beautiful. It really is. It's living in Alberta. We have 2 seasons, winter and construction. In Nova Scotia, at least you had the 4 seasons, right? And you could watch the leaves turn. It was fabulous. Okay, let me add this to the screen so you can see, and y'all get ready. Get ready. We've got 15 entries so far. So we'll start off with first on the list. First to get is 3 cats in the mix. There you go, Denise. And after 3 cats, we have dun, dun. Oh, I don't need to sing. There's music in the background. Yeah, Valencia. And after Valencia, we have oh, not her. Somebody shouldn't have let her in. I'm glad when it comes out first, because then I don't have to worry about it interfering later on. So there we go. Claudia Hellstrom. There we go. Claudia. Get your question in. Remember, be specific. And last in this round is going to be TW. 4353. All righty. Okay. And hello, Annie Hamlet. Nice to see you. Hello, Cheryl. Nice to see you. And Jen Gurney. Nice to see you. Okay, Valencia, got yours. Hey, Colorado Hippie. Nice to see you. And just scrolling up. Vicky, got you. 3 cats in the mix, got you. So who are we missing? Who are we missing? Do I have TW. TW, get your question in. Okay. Claudia, got you. Okay, TW. Third call. Get your question in right away. Be specific. So yeah, I give you guys fair warning. So, get it in there. Got it. Okay. All right. So let's go. We'll start with 3 cats in the mix, who says, how will I feel after my meeting tomorrow morning? Oops. Let me remove that. Okay. And there we go. Yes, and happy birthday to all of you celebrating birthdays. Dawn just had a birthday last week. And my son has a birthday this week. So, yeah. Okay. How How will you feel? How will you feel after your meeting tomorrow? All right. Huh? Two of Cups. I think you're going to feel good. I think that there's going to be a meeting of the minds and easy communication. So whatever it is that you need to sort out tomorrow, I think it's going to go well. And yeah, the Sun card. So that's a definite yes. So how are you going to feel? You're going to feel satisfied and you're going to feel happy after that. So there you go. I I hope that is helpful. Okay, and then whoops, did I delete the wrong one? Okay, sorry. Valencia says, how does my financial outlook, how does my financials look ahead in 2026? Okay. How do finances look for Valencia 2026? And thank you, Jackie B. You're keeping on top of things. Thank you so much. Jackie is just a fabulous moderator, man. She's boom on top of things. Okay, how do finances look? Okay, well, I start off with the death card. That tells me there's an end to something. So if you have been struggling financially, it's going to come to an end. If you have been waiting on something to come in, it's going to come in. It's going to be the end. The the seven of Pentacles. This is kind of like reaping what you sow. So it almost feels like you're whatever challenges that you've had up until now, they're definitely getting better. And justice. Okay, so if you've been waiting for a settlement or something financial to come in, and it feels like it feels like maybe you should give up, not just quite yet. You might be surprised at what comes up. So I hope that is helpful. Okay, so that is for Valencia. And then we have Claudia, who says, does it look good for me to travel this spring? Right. Excuse me, Claudia, does it look good for you too? Okay. Well, I had a couple cards fall out. Temperance and the Ace of Swords. That tells me you're probably going to be okay, but listen to your gut. If you're, if everyone wants to go to a particular place and you're just a little uncomfortable, then go with what you're feeling. Don't let others kind of talk you into things, because that could end up being an unwise decision. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, don't let others talk you into doing things that don't feel right for you. Listen to your gut. Go with what your gut tells you. And if all else fails, when they say, hey, do you want to go somewhere else? Say, no, my mom won't let me. And just leave it at that. So follow your gut. There you go. I hope that's helpful. Okay. And TW says, will our business products be done this year? Will your business products be done? So I'm assuming that you're waiting for something to come in, or you're looking to sell all your business products. Okay. will business products be done this year? Hello, Sue Moore. Nice to see you. Okay, that Knight of Pentacles. I think that, yeah, slow and steady. Slow and steady. The Knight of Pentacles is one of those careful knights, that, you know, he moves forward. He's very aware of his surroundings and where things are. Pentacles are all about, they are about finances, they're about health, they're about prosperity, values, and so on. So with your question, I think, yes, slow and steady. And then we have the Queen of Wands, looking for inspiration, doing things just a little different than you have before. And then 10 of Cups. Yeah, I think the answer to that is yes. Will they be done? Yes. Yes, they will. So there. All righty. Whew. We get to do this again, so we'll pick 4 more. All right. And remember, if you win a reading, type it in right away and be specific. James. James Spear, get your question in. And after James, we have after James, we have Kathleen O'Malley. And after Kathleen, one of my nieces is named Kathleen. She's lovely. Then we have, are you spiritual? Okay, are you spiritual? Get your question in. Again, remember to be specific. And then Jackie B. Jackie, get your question in. Okay. James, gotcha. And thank you, Claudia. That is very nice. Okay. So we've got James. We've got Kathleen O'Malley. Gotcha. So we're waiting on Are You Spiritual? And Jackie B. Jackie B. Okay. Excellent. Are you spiritual? Gotcha. Oh, let's get rid of that. And Jackie. Jackie, don't do that. Yeah, don't make me go, psycho. So, she says, no readings for me. All right. Okay. I will do that. So let's go back up here. Whoops. And we'll pick someone else instead. And thank you, Jackie. And then we have Annie Hamlet. Annie, get your question in. Fabulous. So Annie, get your question in real quick. Remember to be specific. And let me take that out. There we go. Oh, Jackie, you had a reading today. Fabulous. Fabulous. Okay. Annie. Annie, you got to be a little more specific. What does your week look like in terms of what? In terms of weather, in terms of travel? What? So, Dawn, I'm going to let you watch for that. But in the meantime, we've got James Spear, who says, will I be doing any traveling this summer? All right. Will James be doing any traveling this summer? Oh, well, we've got the King of Pentacles. So if you're able to get away and do some traveling, I think that's going to look good. Yeah. Oh, the star and the Three of Wands. Yeah, I think you are. I think that you're fine. It feels like you're you already have a trip or two in mind, and they don't need to be like, big long trips, but short little things. And I think that you do have something in mind, and you're just wondering if you should make that final decision and go for it. And I think yes, absolutely, particularly if this involves overseas travel. If you have an opportunity to go someplace outside the US, absolutely, I think it's going to work out well for you, James. Ooh, nice. Okay. And then we have, whoops. Let me get rid of that. And Kathleen O'Reilly, how come I'm not seeing your question? Let me just scroll back up here because I know it was there. There we go. Got it. Okay. There we go. Will my relocation to the tiny house community be successful? And thank you, Kathleen. That's very generous of you. I appreciate that very much. Very much, believe me. Okay. Will the relocation to the tiny house community? You know what? I think that the people that are there, where you are just they're very nice. It feels like it's a very quiet community, but a very very friendly. Excuse me. Okay. I get the devil. Hold on. Let's see what else comes out. 10 of Wands. And Six of Cups. I think that relocating is going to be good for you. I think actually, like physically getting there, you might encounter some problems. You might have some last minute things that come up that you hadn't anticipated, and it does cause a little bit of worry, a little bit of a burden. So if this, Kathleen, if this has to do with someone who doesn't want you to move, just let them stay behind, let them do their own thing. Because I think once you're there, you're happy there. You're happy. It's, you've been wanting to downsize. You've been wanting to kind of do something different. So yeah, if there's someone around you that isn't on board, okay, they don't have to go with you. So there, I hope that that's helpful, but it feels like it works out. Okay. And then, okay. Are you spiritual? Wants to know. Hi, lucky me. Yes. How will my upcoming trip to Portland go? Any travel advice? Flying from LA, usually a smooth trip. Okay. Okay. And hey, J Cat Lady. Thanks for lurking. So this gives me an opportunity to, for those of you that are lurking, for those of you that are not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Please like, share, and subscribe. You'd be surprised how many people regularly tune in to my shows and they aren't subscribed. It's, I look at the stats and I think, yes. Okay. Upcoming trip to Portland. How is it going to go? Let's see. Okay. So we start off with the King of Pentacles. So I think this is hey, Roxy. I think you're going to get a lot of benefit out of this. A lot of things are going to start to make more sense for you, and it's going to give you an opportunity to reevaluate things. I also get the Page of Wands. These the friends that you're meeting with, it could be a little bit of an eye opener that you can kind of there'll be a moment where you're sitting back and you're going, huh, it's been a good long time, but like it's almost like one of them has kind of settled in a place that it's almost like you're feeling, gee, somebody got stuck somewhere in the 80s, 90s. Okay. And Two of Wands, I think it's going to be a good trip for you. I don't think that you're going to have any issues in terms of travel or whatnot. And don't forget, wands are all about our desires. They're the fire energy, the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and so on. So the Two of Wands is putting something out there. So I think, like, as I say, I think it's going to be an eye-opening trip for you. I think that you're going to enjoy it, and it's you'll just walk away with a few little realizations. It doesn't necessarily mean that, oh yeah, somebody's not going to make it through this trip. It just means that you'll be able to see things a little clearer than they are now. So I hope that is helpful. Okay, and did Annie change her? Oh, and you're a fire sign. Alrighty then. Yeah. Thank you, Lois. Okay then. Let's. So I didn't. I saw the question from Annie. I also saw that, Annie, your question was about health, and and Jackie responded and said, no health questions. So yeah, I can't read on your health, Annie. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what is going to happen health wise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask a specific question that is not health related, that isn't third party related, and I will get to it. I will get to it after. Okay. Oh, and did you, if you found Annie's question? Yes, yeah, that's okay. All right. General reading? Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. 6 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands. And the Page of Cups. Okay. So there, someone is going to want you to defend a position that you have taken. Excuse me. And it's almost like they're trying to make an offer. They are trying to present you with a circumstance that is going to they're going to present it to you as this is a win-win for both of us, and it's not exactly the case. The 6 of Wands is generally it can be a victory card. It can be very positive. However, if you notice that the people, as this night is coming in and claiming victory, the people around them are not they're not seeing it as a victory as much as they are seeing it as someone who is saying, pay attention to me. So yeah, if someone asks you to defend a position or idea that you have made, it's totally up to you. Not every question requires an answer, and you're excuse me, you're old enough to make your own decisions. You don't need to pass the things that you want to do through someone else and have them kind of give you the blessing. You can do what you need to do, and you can be okay with it, and it's up to someone else whether or not they're happy with it. well, that's up to them. So there. All righty. And whoops. And Susan Rotella, thank you very much for that beautiful super sticker. It is very, very much appreciated. Okay. And hello, Linda, Coyote Rosenbaum, and Amanda Celeste has joined us. Fabulous. Okay. And so let's pick 4 more. And remember, if you want to get in for a reading, you type in #mixed. And who do we have? Shining Love Light. Great. All right. Shining Love Light Truth. Please get your question in right away and be specific. And after Shining, we have Ellen, Sanity Clause. All right. And then we have Turtle Shell. All right, Turtle Shell, get your question in. And Vicky, 3232. Fabulous. Fabulous. Okay. All right. Sanity Clause is in there. Shining Love and Light is in there. Thank you, Dawn. And Vicky. Vicky, get your question in. And let me remove that. And alrighty. So, haven't heard anything from Vicky. So I will take Susan Rotella's question then, because she was very generous with her donation. So there we go. Okay. And she wanted to know. Oh, Vicky 3232. It was already submitted. Okay. I don't see it, Vicky. So please put your question in all caps. In the meantime, yeah, Susan wanted to know if when she will retire. Queen of Cups, the Magician, and Death. I think you're, when you want to retire, you're taking steps to you're taking steps to make it happen. You have the resources. You have everything that you need right now to kind of get there. I think that you're a little worried, but you're not. You're worried that you're going to regret your decision, that you're going to um, that you're going to miss it. Okay, that if you retire, you're not going to have that sense of community and whatnot. So there is that feeling of, well, then what am I going to do if I retire? Um, you have everything that you need at your disposal right now to do that. And just because you're retired doesn't mean that life ends, right? Retirement brings with it a good deal of freedom, a good deal of ability to do things that you like to do, that make you happy. So you're not, it's on your schedule, not someone else's schedule. So I think, will you be able to retire? Yes, I think absolutely you will. As soon as you realize that it's not the end of something, but the beginning of something new. So that's what I've got for you, Susan. I hope it's helpful. Okay. And then we've got Shiny Light and says, I would like to know if I will be having a physical move soon. Okay. Well, Shiny would like to know, will she be having a physical move soon? Yeah. All right. Let's take a look. The 10 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Okay, so we got a lot of cups here. Lot of emotion, right? Cups are all about emotion. They're they have to do with the heart. They have to do with with our feelings, right? The cups are I feel they're very Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio kind of related. So I think that will to answer the question, will you be having a physical move soon? I think that you're ready to make a move. You want to make a move. You're just a little hesitant about um, where it is that you're going to go. Are you going to be as settled? Are you going to be in the same kind of neighborhood that you're in now? Um, if you can put off um, moving soon and just let things settle down a little bit, because I think if you decide that no, that's it, I'm moving and I'm going to such and such a place, no stopping me, you're going to get there and all of a sudden things are going to start to come up, and they're it's not going to be as nice as you thought it was going to be. Whereas if you give it a little bit of time, then what's going to be on offer is going to be a lot more to your liking. So there, I hope that's helpful. Okay. And then we have Turtle says, can you read on my disability claim? All right. Turtle shell, again, what about your disability claim? Um, hold on. Hold on. I think you're going to have to wait a little longer. There's things that are information that is information that is outstanding. They're waiting for information to come in. Seven of Swords, someone is holding up the paperwork. So whether that is an administrator, whether that is one of the doctors or so on, but someone hasn't quite they haven't quite done their part. Or oh, you've been fighting over 5 years. Yeah, then you know what? Definitely take a look back at some of the people involved in submitting the paperwork, because you know how there's the concept of an error by omission. It's like, well, you know, I did all the paperwork for you. I signed off on everything. And it's like, oh, yeah, you forgot to check this box. Oh, my gosh. So double check all the paperwork. King of Cups. Yeah, it's been emotional. It's you know, that's a long time to be in limbo. And Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, reaping the rewards. I think that start at the beginning of your paperwork, and go through it page by page if you can, and look for things that just review the paperwork. Okay, make sure that everything that needs to be checked off is checked off. Anything that needs to be filled in has been filled in, because when we're looking to get something from any government agency, they know what they're looking for. They're not always going to share that information with you, because they figure, no, it's up to you. Right? We give you the form. Everything that we need was listed on the form. If you forgot something, not my job to remind you. So I think that it feels like someone dropped the ball. So go back through your paperwork, double check everything, and then if you have to resubmit something with an explanation that, yeah, this was submitted on such and such and it was not filled in, and then get that done. So I think that is what's going to be coming up for you. Okay. And then we have Ellen, Sanity Clause. Will I find part-time or occasional work now that I am retired full-time from work? Okay. Oh, excellent. Good. Thank you, Turtle Shell. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, stenos. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Will Ellen be able to find part-time work? Oh, okay. Death card, followed by the World and the Eight of Pentacles. Honing your craft. All right. So in this case, the Death card isn't a bad card. It's telling me that, look, you're going to have a whole bunch of opportunities that are going to come up for you. Take time to do nothing. Take time to just get up when you want to. You know, eat breakfast for supper when you want to. Don't be too anxious to kind of hop back into things. Enjoy the retirement for a little while. And then you're going to see there's going to be all kinds of opportunities that are going to come your way. And they're going to be somehow related to your field. So even though, you're retired from your full-time job, there's going to be things and people that are going to call on you so that you can, it's going to be a comfortable environment. So yes, you will, after you relax. First, you got to relax. Ellen, I hope that's helpful. Okay. And Vicky says, will I ever get out of my funk? I thought the sun would help, but not so much. Okay. Well, Vicky get out of her funk. All right. Okay. I get the Hermit, the Chariot, and Two of Swords. Okay. So 2 out of 3 major arcana. All right. So this is telling me that you need to make a decision. You need to consciously be aware that that the things that you're concentrating on are the things that that are almost standing in your way. So with the Hermit, it requires a little bit of shadow work, a little bit of looking inside and going, okay, well, when did this funk start? Why do I feel this way? And identify as much as you can what got you to this place. It could have been, something that may be a situation that you felt like you had no control over, that maybe, you felt like decisions were made for you rather than you being involved in the decision making. Once you realize what that is, you can take control of it. Okay. The Chariot moving forward clearly can go in either direction, right? So once you've done a little bit of that internal work and you can recognize when the funk is going to happen, or when the funk happened, you'll realize that you have the capacity to control how it goes forward. So don't be looking for an external source to feel better, when the answer is inside you. You are, you can make the decision to move forward and see things in a different light. But the decision is very much yours. It's almost like, do you want to wake up in the morning and go, oh, great, another day? Or do you want to wake up in the morning and go, oh, great, another day, yes? It's the same concept. So it's very much it's an internal job. It's an internal job. But I think that you have the wherewithal to make things better for yourself. And take it from there. Take it from there. So yeah, you're in control, right? You're the architect of your life. You're in control. You can do this. And shameless self-promotion, the Change the Tape class that I offer might be very beneficial to you, because it helps identify where we got the messages about ourselves and what we believe about ourselves, and how to change that, how to look at it from a different perspective and change it into something positive, so that default tape that we that we tend to go to through our life now plays a different tune. So there. I I hope that that was helpful. Okay. So thank you for being here with me, you guys. Thank you for sharing space and all that good stuff. Um, I'm thrilled to be able to do this for you guys every week. And believe it or not, I look forward to it because I enjoy engaging with you. So thank you, Jackie B, for being such a fabulous moderator and for doing all the moderator things that you do on a daily basis. And thank you, Dawn, for being in the background and keeping me centered and whatnot and playing the music. So there you go, you guys. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be on at 7 p.m. with David and Gary. It's Taco Tuesday. Woohoo! So be sure to join us. And don't forget, this coming Saturday, it's the 15th Shine Your Light event. It's actually the 16th, but we didn't have one last month. So, I didn't want to jump ahead. So, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll have some great guests that are going to be joining me. So thank you, everyone. Be good, be great. Hi, Lois. Bye, Lois. And we will see you later. Bye for now.